who are you really? Who are you really? You're a channel for light. You essentially are the light. But your physical form, your energetic structure, all that is uniquely you here in form in this lifetime, even though on a grander scale, you are everything, everyone. But the you that I'm talking to, you are the perfect channel for light itself to come out in specific patterns that when you master your ability to let yourself be in flow and to let yourself offer yourself in the ways that you are called to, you are a perfect channel for divine light. And so much of this journey of life is simply about remembering who we really are. Remembering that we are divine, clearing away any old beliefs or energy blockages or patterns and habits that we have picked up for survival so that we can come back into alignment with the most natural flow of who we really are. The flow of our own soul, which is connected to the soul of the universe. And from that space, the light that pours through us into this world is no longer distorted or directed or dimmed down. And then we just become the brightness, we become the radiance, and this radiance heals, it inspires, it activates, it creates new structures that are in alignment with the organic divine nature of reality itself. So the more that we can come back into the truth of who we really are, and the more that we can allow that light to shine, the more that we assist the entire world, the entire universe to come back into this harmonization. We come away from, we help to heal and to realign any inorganic or artificial ways of existing that become harmful to ourselves, harmful to the earth, harmful to our health, harmful to the universe at large. And we start to come back into organic alignment with the way that things are meant to flow, the divine perfection of life itself, that energy of the Fibonacci sequence where everything has its perfect place, has its perfect expression, where abundance is the natural way of things, where the cyclical nature of life is the natural way of things. And it all starts within, because ultimately it's just us and source energy here. It's just you and source energy here. So anything that we see that we want to shift and change, it's like an inside job. And that's why your alignment, your healing, and ultimately your own creative expression in alignment with who you truly are, like that is the magic, that is the medicine, because then you start to see that mirrored back in reality. It's the whole idea of being the change that you want to see. Life is such a video game in that way, that you can completely shift the reality you are living in by starting to come back into alignment yourself. And it might sound complex and meta and very big picture, but it's actually the simplest thing ever, because it's who you really are. You are built to live in this state of alignment. It's like the most natural thing in the world to you. And it's just about relearning and falling back into that natural way of being for you. And so what is one way to do this? Well, one way to do this is to practice being in constant communion and harmony with your inner being. It's like if you closed your eyes right now and you felt within you, and you can almost just like bring your consciousness to the energy within your own body. That's the energy of you. And in many ancient teachings, but in the yogic teachings, they talk about what you bring your attention to expands it. So when you bring your attention to your breath, that's like your life force energy, you focus on it, your aura actually like expands a few feet. So if you ever want to be more magnetic, you can bring your energy and your attention to your breath, and your aura will literally expand, your light will expand. And people who have their third eye open, they can see it, but everyone experiences it, whether they know what they're experiencing or not. It makes you more magnetic, attractive, and powerful, essentially. Our energy is the secret behind everything. It's not just the physical. And so when you bring your attention to your inner being, like I just brought you to, like the energy within you, and you feel into it, and the more that you can keep your focus there throughout your day, it's a practice, the more that you are expanding the power of your own personal energy and your own soul. And your soul, your energy, your own personal energy is the key to it all. It is the portal, because that is your I am presence. It is your creative, sovereign identity. It is the one that knows it's divine and knows it is here to create worlds as a fractal of the creator itself. And so this energy within you that you're bringing your attention to, it's your I am presence, and it's who you truly are. But our ego, the way like our mind is set up, it's such a powerful tool. But when we come to think that we are the mind, which the way the society and the world is set up makes us think that we are the mind. And then we think we're separate from the body, from this energy within us, our I am presence. Whereas in reality, we are this I am, and the mind is a tool that our soul can consciously use to like program and direct our reality, to solve problems, to even visualize and create in our world. But when we start to think we're the mind, and we start to think that we are all the stories the mind has learned and created, then we get separated from who we truly are. We think we are limited in nature. We think that we lack things, and we tend to live in fear and in problem solving and in looking for what's missing, versus realizing we are abundance and infinity itself, utilizing its different mechanisms of creation through the mind and through different methods to create and form reflections of our own infinity, our own infinite nature within. That is a part of that I am presence. But what we want to practice doing, especially as we are architecting our own heaven on earth, which is a fractal of and a piece of the puzzle of collective heaven on earth, is start to associate with that I am presence within as much as we possibly can. So keep our energy and our focus and our intention on this energy that is within us. You can think about it as like your inner being. And you notice that the more you have your attention here, the more calm you feel, the more whole you feel, the more connected you feel to everything, even though you're keeping your attention within. The more connected you feel to everything, because everything is just a reflection of what is within. So you could think that putting your attention so much on somebody else or something else is what will make you feel connected, but it's not. The connection comes organically from being connected to your own inner being. So we practice whenever we find ourselves out of that space, we just bring our attention back, and your personal energy and your personal power and your personal light will start to grow and expand. And that is the key, that is the portal, because that energy within you is what lights your way. It's what tells you where to go and what to do. It's what lights your path in the dark. It is what connects you to your source and your spirit and brings you all of the guidance, the love, the information that you need, because this inner being is the fractal of the whole. And the whole idea of a fractal is that a fractal contains the essence of... Sorry, my battery ran out. We're back. Okay, so the fractal contains the essence of the whole. So when you are connected to your inner being, you are connected to all that is. Versus if you try to reach your consciousness outside of yourself constantly, then you won't have the information of absolutely everything in the entire universe. So your infinite intuition, creativity, wisdom, All of these things lie when you are connected to your inner being, which is so funny. It's counterintuitive to understand the external, you go within. And so practices that can help with this are, of course, meditation, because your consciousness is kind of like within you as you sit, and your attention maybe go outwards to thoughts, to different stimuli, different situations, and you just continually bring it back. But you can practice it throughout your entire day. You can just practice more and more, bringing your attention within, and it brings this profound inner peace. And I feel like if you're watching this video, you know what I mean. You're probably familiar with this concept, but the energy is just coming through that now more than ever, there's so much that wants to come through you, and there are such big moves in your life that are going to be made this year. And that's why it is going to be very important more than ever to anchor in this as a way of being, because your guides and your angels and your higher self are attempting to move you into very important phases of your life where you will be becoming the next level of you, where you will be meeting new characters of your life, where you will be creating things that are going to be very pivotal for your own life journey and for everybody else in this world. And everything that you need is going to be found resting your consciousness into this energy within you. It's like you and your inner being, besties. You're becoming one. You're not even just besties, like you're becoming one. Like there's going to be a complete dissolution of this separation of consciousness between like you as this consciousness and then like your inner being, your soul. It's all one. And so we're just like remembering that, and we're like reunifying that within ourselves. And another interesting way to think about this is the I am. So the I am is like the most powerful commandment of creation through words and through thoughts in this reality. In this reality. So the I am is, I'm going to take off my watch because it's buzzing and distracting me. So the I am is like the energy through which creation is made, because it says that like I am is basically a code, and whatever comes after it you are creating. So you never ever 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 want to put something disempowering or that you don't want to create after I am. And of course, never think like, oh, it's because it's true. It's like whatever you want is true. Whatever you think is true, whatever you believe is going to be true, because you are such a powerful creator. So maybe you've created that to be true now because of the past, because of what you have heard and accepted from other people and outside of you or for yourself. But that's only because you claimed it that it now seems to be true in your reality. So whatever you want to experience in the future, you gotta have the back of your future self. That's what you would claim as I am in this moment, because I am literally creates. And that is why Jesus would say, I am the way. I am the way. He was not saying that he was the way, even though he has become kind of a manifestation of the way. You know, many people find liberation through following Jesus, because he was like, he made himself the portal. He made himself the portal, but ultimately I am is the portal. And you know what I am is? It's your inner being. Your inner being, this energy that I am speaking about, is the way. When you tap into it and you connect to it, you don't have to know logically the entire plan to get you from A to B. The way is your inner being. It is your connection to your inner being. You connect to that and you have found the way. You are walking the path. You are walking the path as long as you are connected to that energy within you and inside of you. And then you are like clicked into the portal of all the intuitive information, the creative inspiration, the divine impulses that will move through you that will show you where to go. It's almost as if like when you connect to your inner being is uplinked to the infinite source of all of life itself. And when some move needs to be made, it's like boom, an electrical impulse will come through you and you're connected, so you receive it and you make the move. And then yourself, you also have to not let your mind block yourself from moving, from you need to let your mind not block yourself from following those electrical impulses that move through you. And the more that you do it and the more that you experience what unfolds from it, the desire to block yourself will completely go away anyway. But first, there will be courage that you need to push past, to follow those things without abandon, because your subconscious wants you to be safe always. And so anything that is going to cause you to expand and grow and experience a different level in your life, your subconscious will try to stop you from. So it's normal to feel scared and resistance even for taking the smallest steps that will lead you to expansion. It's like the reptilian part of your brain that is like, even if we've done this thing before a million times and we feel safe with it, if we feel safe within this thing because we know we didn't die, even if we aren't happy here, we're going to keep ourselves here. So you have to know that that's the way your mind operates, so that you can push past it and actually step into the level of greatness and expansion that you're meant to. Because if you're watching this video, you are meant to do great things. That is why your spirit team led you here, to hear the fact, to hear the message of you are the way. Your I am, your inner being, that presence, that is the way. That is the only thing you ever need to know, because you can always come back to that, and yours will uniquely tell you where you need to go, because you are the portal. We look to each other for like guidance and assistance and to help remind each other these things on the path. That's like why we all come here together in groups. It's as if we are like, we are different soul families and soul teams, and there are like smaller groups of them, you know, people that you probably will come to know really well in this lifetime, and then there are larger groups, but we hold these specific frequencies. And that's what's so beautiful about the technological age, is that like we can find each other on these digital platforms, and we hold this shared frequency, and we like came here with an agreement to like remind each other of specific things. But never forget that as much as you look externally for this remembrance in others, because like we agreed to share it with each other, your divine guidance is king, it is queen, it is non-gendered monarch, whatever it is for you. It's like, that is your source. Always trust it over anything else. And if you know that about your inner being and this inner energy, and then you also know that your subconscious mind, which is so lovely and can be like programmed to like really be in alignment with your divine desires and your divine path, but like you have to know that it is going to try to work against your expansion. And when you know that, you can override it. But when you don't, you take it as intuition, or you take it as like a truth, but it's not. Your subconscious, it's this whole thing about like, it will just try to keep you here. And so like sometimes you can improve and you can improve and you can improve, but once you're about to push past the level that it's never experienced before, it'll stop you. And sometimes it'll even stop you with like literally physical things happening in your reality, because this is such a mere reality. It can happen with like some sort of accident happening, you losing your keys, you getting sick, all of these things. So it's like, you have to know that like the external is just a mirror of the internal. And so we will try to stop ourselves in many ways from blowing past the glass ceiling. But 2026 is the year that we're literally bashing those glass ceilings open. We are like, they are dissolving. We are rising into versions of ourselves that like we always knew were possible. Like the version of ourselves that like we felt was possible as a child, who is more connected to our soul and our spirit than ever before. This is the time, February 17th, which if you're watching this and you found it at a different time, then this energy is still present. But if you're watching this in real time, February 17th is the Lunar New Year, where we get into the year of the horse, and we are like prepping up for some massive forward momentum. And the other thing that the horse does is like, it's so focused on where it's going that it's not worried about the distractions or the obstacles or like people trying to slow it down. It's so focused on where it's going, and that's the energy of what we are moving into this year. So like, it's you, it's your inner being, you're blowing past those subconscious thought forms and those perceived glass ceilings of limitations. This is the year that like you're gonna look back and be like, I cannot even believe everything that wow, confirmation burp, everything that was accomplished and everything that happened, especially in terms of yourself, because I feel like you will feel like such an embodied, empowered expression of your own light, your own divine energy, that you'll be like almost unrecognizable, and you're gonna feel so free. I feel like freedom is such an energy for 2026 as well, because like I'm thinking of like not like a racehorse, but like literally like a wild horse. The wild horses like galloping in the wind over the hills, no one to ride it, honestly. You are just like zoned in, wild and free. So I believe in you. I love you. Stay connected to that inner being, and there are always going to be places to remind you, and then always know that the things that you see for yourself are so possible. Slash those attempts at your subconscious mind trying to get in your way, because it will undoubtedly come up. And it's knowing that beforehand, because you are so much more powerful than your subconscious mind. You are the divine in human form. Never forget that. I love you. I'll catch you on the next one.